Hello everyone, welcome back to the homestead. So today we're going to be back out here in the garden area again, and we're going to be adding some vertical planting space. I really have no vertical planting space that I have right now. I've got nothing on trellises. I've got everything in the ground or just in raised beds. So what we have today is a company reached out to me. It was greenstalkgarden.com, and they make a vertical garden planter. So they sent that to me, and I got it right here. This is a 5-tier garden planter. You can see right there that this was made in the great state of Tennessee. So this planter is a unique planter because it has this built-in watering system. So you add water at the top of the planter, and it evenly waters each tier of the planter to make sure that everything gets watered evenly, that none of it dries out faster than the rest. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I've got the cart over here filled with potting soil and compost, 50-50 mixture. So I'm going to get that kind of stirred up. We're going to open this 5-tier planter up. We're going to start filling up all the tiers of the planter. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is the very top. This is where you put your water in the top of the planter. So this right here is basically the vertical planter. They're all stacked together. And the way this works is they interlock together. I don't know if I can see what I'm doing from here. Yeah. So they're gonna stack up on top of each other, and you basically, I think you have 6 pockets on each tier. We've got 5 tiers, so that means there's 30 places in this thing to plant plants. So I don't have probably as many plants to fill everything up, so we're going to plant some of them in plants. We'll plant some of it in seed. But the first thing to do is we're just basically going to lay these out and get these filled up with our potting soil. I've got a feeling that I've got way more potting soil here than I need. And I filled this thing up just a little bit full. It'll make it a little more difficult to mix it up. I do like adding compost in with my potting soil. I like getting that extra organic matter in there, a little more extra nutrients. That compost that I use is very, very dark stuff, so it looks good. Sometimes looks can be deceiving, but it looks like pretty good stuff. All right, got them all filled up with dirt. Okay, let me show you where I'm gonna put this at in our garden area. So these planters work really great on a patio or like a deck where you got this nice flat surface that you can put this big tall planter, because it really, with the height of it and everything, you really need it to be plumb and upright. That's a lot of weight going up and down. Well, I don't know if you remember, my garden is on a slope and it goes downhill. So what I've done is I've got me a little platform back here that I've built, and it's a little thicker on one side than the other, so that I've got a nice flat place to be able to put this planter on, and that way it won't tip over or anything. It'll be standing up all nice and straight. So I'm going to go ahead and start bringing in my first pot and set it on our little platform that I made, and I'm probably going to go ahead and plant the 6 little spaces in that pot before I go and stack the next one on top of it. All right. So the way I kind of picture planting this planter is it would be great for herbs, you know, something that you could come out and just pick from. So the first thing I'm gonna put down here on this lower level is I've got some Greek oregano that I grew from seed, and we're gonna go ahead and get these planted. I'll be honest with you, this is the first time I've ever got oregano successfully from seed. It sure did take quite a while for it to finally really start sprouting up there. So the next thing we got to put on before we put the next pot is we got to put this like a watering pan. This is like a drip watering pan. And trying to make sure there's no dirt in it. Okay, so, and that's part of the self-watering system because water is going to drip down and fill this pan up, and then it will basically has little holes in it, like a drip irrigation, and it'll drip water and slowly water this whole pot. So let's go ahead and get another layer and put it on top. It's probably a little weird to see where this goes, to be honest with you. So there's like little places that lock in each one of these. And I think once you get a couple of them, they all about fall into place. So there we go. That's our first 2 layers. All right, so got that one full of cumin and 1 oregano plant. We're gonna grab the next layer. So on this 3rd tier, we have a couple things of onion chives. We've got some English thyme. We've got some dill, basil, and rosemary. So all real common, popular herbs in that level. Can't forget to put your watering pan in there. So on this 4th tier, I've got a couple more oregano plants, and I've got 4 empty spots that I'll come back and I'll probably plant seeds in those locations and grow something new. Now it's time for the last layer, and I've got a cool idea for that. All right, all locked together. Seems fairly stable. So for the top of this planter, what I was thinking is strawberries. So I've got some strawberries that I transplanted the other day. They had grew out of the strawberry bed over here behind me and were in the ground before I put this ground cover on. So I dug them up and saved them. So I'm gonna put strawberries here, and I just kind of imagine the strawberries start going down this planter, and they may plant themselves in other pockets as they go along, but I'll just kind of end up with a waterfall of strawberries going down the planter. I think that'll end up being pretty cool. Yeah, this strawberry right here has already got one on it. It's too bad that I had to dig it up. It was actually green when I dug it up the first time and transplanted it. So hopefully, strawberries can be fairly resilient as long as they get enough water. So hopefully I can still eat. Hopefully that strawberry will still be good. Actually, I might have enough strawberries that I can plant some down on these 4 spots on that tier before this that were empty. And these are an ever-bearing strawberry. As long as they keep good and watered and everything, they will produce strawberries all summer long. So the last step is this watering bowl for the top. It as well locks into the top. It's got these little lips that lock in. So now that we've got it all put together, the way you water this is you fill this bowl full of water, and you fill it up to whatever or how many tiers you have. So this is 5 tiers tall, so you go to the number 5 line, fill that full of water, and that will evenly water the whole thing. So let me go ahead and get the garden hose. We'll fill this up. So the way I understand this works is this is basically going to overflow, and it's going to fill the next bowl, and it's going to overflow and fill the following bowl, and they're going to just keep overflowing until every watering pan in all 5 tiers is full, and they all should get an even amount of water. All right, we are up to the 5. Hopefully I didn't spray my camera. It's got a little whirlpool going, filling those trays below. I just noticed that this little centerpiece is actually cut in a spiral shape to probably help make that little whirlpool. I mean, there's a little more thought process just in cutting that little shape right there, right? So I think a lot of thought has went into this little planter. I think this is going to be pretty neat. So in here you can tell it's all getting wet, and then as you go down, it's even, you see it coming down into the next tier. That's just through one pot to the other, and then the watering bowl's back there, and it's watering this as well, and it's just dripping down through. So while this vertical planter is effectively watering itself right now, I'll tell you the few things I know about it. So it is made in the United States. It's made in Tennessee. I think it's a family-owned company here in the United States. It comes in, you can buy it in a 3-tier, 4-tier, or a 5-tier vertical planter. It comes in 4 different colors. I picked the lighter color because I thought maybe it might keep the soil a little bit cooler than one of the darker colors. That may or may not be true, but that's the reason why I picked the lighter color. You can buy it with casters. You can buy casters to go underneath it, and then if you have a patio, you can roll it around your patio. So say you get morning sun and evening sun, you'd be able to move it around if you needed to. They also sell a spinner. It basically goes underneath here and makes it like a carousel. So you could walk up to it and you could rotate it to be able to go through and you know, harvest your plants. And then they have like a trellis system that you can put on here too. It's got these arms that come out, and it basically makes like a ring around the pot, and it gives like it's a support structure basically that hangs on the outside of the pot that gives your vines something to be able to support themselves off of. So if you wanted to grow tomatoes in there, it would help give something for the tomatoes to, you know, grow up and support themselves, or any other type of vining plant. But they got a few things that you can buy to customize them, or, you know, little accessories for them. So far, I think that this is going to work out really good for me. I was able to get enough strawberries to fill up all the spots. So I've got all 30 of these pots. I've got them all planted. So I've got 30 plants in like 1.5 feet. So I mean, it's just a great use of vertical space, and it seems to be well built, well put together. So I can't wait to, you know, try that out this summer and see how well it does. But if you want to check them out, I think it's greenstalkgarden.com. I'll leave a link in the description below in case I'm saying that wrong. But yeah, they make these vertical planters right there in Tennessee. So check them out if you're interested in something like this. I do think it would look really well for somebody who has a nice sunny deck or a nice sunny patio. You could definitely grow a lot of your own herbs. You could also grow lettuce and other things in there, I'm sure, and have it right close to the back door. So I think this would work out really well for somebody who really doesn't have the space that I do to be able to put in a big garden. So anyway, yeah, can't wait to try it out this summer. We'll see it in several videos as the summer progresses. We'll come out here, eat some of the strawberries, harvest some of the herbs. But I think that's it for this video, guys. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next video.